definitely want people to think about, you know, their habits and kind of their life, and maybe encourage them to make some type of change. Reclaiming Miami, and the show is actually called Reclaiming Miami because everything in the show was collected from out of the dumpsters off the streets of Miami. I created this work in the last about 8 months at the Deering Estate. I'm an artist in residence at the Deering Estate, and it's all out of plastic. I've used many different techniques to get the difference in textures. This is actually plastic that's been twisted up and then knotted. And then there are other areas in this where it's actually been woven or knitted. This I use a heat sealer on, so it's been textured with a heat sealer. And actually this element here comes off and can be worn as a wearable sculpture, so you can take it out and show it off and then put it back on your wall so it doesn't stay stagnant. I really like the way that sculpture is activated through the human body, so even though my work is abstract, a lot of pieces I make are to be worn or to be interacted with by a person. The idea that this would be an actual performance piece. So I put it on a stand to be a sculpture, but this can be taken off and worn and used as a performance piece. Most of this work is from consumer packaging, the things that were made to have one life, to be thrown away, to go from point A to point B, to be used once and then tossed away. So I want some of that to show in the piece so that you can recognize where this came from and see the transformation in it. I have some different things combined here. Like I have a bicycle chain actually that I pulled out of trash. I have some palette strapping. I don't use any dye in my work, so every color that you see is actually part of the original piece. I also don't use glue in my work. As my day job, I work as a conservation technician for a conservation firm here in Miami, Rosa Lowinger and Associates. And we recently did the Wolfsonian frieze. We repaired it. And from this job, I collected the fencing and some of the leftover rebar. And so this is actually deconstructed construction fencing. So it's pulled and stretched and cut apart to create kind of this corally type of work. The way that I start working with a new material is I'll find a quantity of it in a dumpster. So I started to find these golf grips in a dumpster behind an art store. And I started to pull them out because I liked the shape of them. You know, they remind me of like underwater sea urchin. Actually little baskets or nests made from pallet strapping that's been pulled apart and then woven into baskets, and it's on actual bed springs. And I thought that making a nest and adding it to the bed spring, it would talk a bit about our need to nest, or you know how society really pushes on us that we should nest, we should collect things and make our house really nice and very comfortable, and so we tend to buy too much. walk into the center, turn around, and then walk back out. Actually, at the center of this, I've got some lights hanging in plastic. And this version of the installation, every time I install it, it's a little different. This version has film playing of birds on a beach. So it kind of feels like they're trapped inside. And I want people to feel like they're almost drowning as well, drowning in plastic as they walk through it, or that they're really kind of covered in plastic. So this is actually a single Tide bottle, and it's been cut apart and deconstructed. This labyrinth was made out of over 700 dry cleaning bags, 3.6 billion tons, I think, of plastic in the ocean. And with the dollar, we can change what is produced for us instead of using what is given to us. My purpose in doing this is to try to show people that this waste can be a natural resource, that we can find ways of using this without sending it to the dump or the landfill, that we can save the energy that we put into creating this by giving it more lives.